I'm Jeni Beecham, and this is really take 2 of my video for the PSSRU, because today I'm pretending to be both me and Leslie Curtis, who is an absolutely key part of our unit cost programme. So I've been at the unit for more than 25 years, and I'm currently based partly at the Kent branch, which is where I'm sitting at the moment, partly at the LSE branch, and I'm Professor of Health and Social Care Economics, mostly with an economic focus, mostly around children, but not entirely. Lots of work in economic of evaluations of mental health services, a little bit for people with learning disabilities, so quite a broad range of projects. Yes, I thought I would do on this second time round, because the unit cost programme at Kent is really an important plank of our work here. And what we do generally is to try and provide an annual compendium of unit costs for services, health and social care services mainly. And in this context, what we mean about unit costs is thinking about the services that the public sector provides, either the healthcare or the social care services or community services, thinking about how people might use those services, and then trying to find information from sources to attach to that unit of service. So if you think about something like a health visitor, you wouldn't use a week's worth of health visiting, you would only use an hour's worth or a contact's worth of health visiting. Whereas if you went to stay in an old people's home or a children's home, you'd stay there for a week. You'd use it for a week or for a year. So it's trying to identify that unit of measurement for each service. And then to add costs onto that, when I say we, I should say Leslie, because she does most of the work, trawls through all the routinely available information, all the research information from a whole range of different governmental sources to try and bring together things like information on salaries, information on national insurance contributions, and we're very keen to make sure we include overhead costs, so things like the costs of management time, or how much of an HR department does one health visitor absorb, because you have to recruit them and you have to pay them, and they need an office, so it's making sure we include those overheads and then kind of joining the two together, so we get a cost per hour of a social worker, or a cost per hour of a health visitor, or a cost per week for some kind of residential home. So that's kind of what a unit cost is, and in our books what we're trying to do is to identify nationally applicable ones. So there might be local variations. You might cost a bit more if you live in Bedford, or a bit less if you live in Haringey. Probably the other way around. But what we're trying to do is to find one that's a national average.